Hi, brother teacher here, with some questions that I consider to be very pertinent and relevant to your physicality, if you will, your physical conditioning, your mental conditioning, just your overall general knowledge of yourself, your body. What are you talking about, brother teacher? I'm talking about what you know about you, your body. How much information do you have related to how your body functions, how your body works? Do you know your body? So I have some trivia questions for you. Uh, Even though I'm going to answer them for you, you can go and do a little side test in your mind and say, well, did I already know that answer that he just gave me? Or is it something new to me? Um, or should I go behind him and check it out? By all means, check anything out that I tell you. Now, I have my notes here just to make sure that I give you all of the questions and the answers and don't forget them. This is about the human body. My first question to you is this: do you know how many bones are in the human body? How many bones do you have? Has anyone ever asked you that question? I learned this as a child in elementary school. 206 bones in the human body. True. Second question: how many muscles are in the body? 26, 700 muscles that are named. They have names. And then there's some beyond that are very small muscles and muscle fibers. Okay? Number three, how many ribs do human beings have? This is really an interesting question. It's not interesting to me. It's interesting the answer and or responses that I have received from people in time past who don't know how many ribs they have. You can feel your ribs on either side. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to scrutinize, each notch in the side of your body, upper body or chest cavity, and try to distinguish all of the different ribs. But do you know how many ribs you have? How many of you, by show of hands while you're watching this video, say that we have 11 ribs? Put your hands down. How many of you believe that we have 12 ribs? Only, total, 12 ribs, 6 on each side. Both of those answers are incorrect. If you believe that you have 11 ribs, that's incorrect. If you believe that you have 12 ribs, that is incorrect as well. You actually have 24 ribs, 12 on both sides. You have ribs that are attached to your sternum or your breastbone, and you have ribs that are not attached to the breastbone that protrude from the rear of your spine to the front, that are floating ribs, or ribs that are not true. True meaning that they're not completely attached on both sides. Those are your floating ribs. And typically, when you're in a sporting event and you get a rib broken or cracked, it's usually the ribs that are floating because they're not as strong as the ones that's attached to the sternum. 24 ribs, ladies and gentlemen. Next question. How much blood is in the human body? Depending on your weight, of course. There's a difference in an infant and a teenager and an adult. But for the average adult, weighing between 150 to 180 pounds, you have about 1.2 gallons or 1.5 gallons, 1.5 gallons of blood in your body on average. 6 to 8 liters of blood. True. Next question. Where does digestion begin? What is digestion? Digestion is the breaking down of the foods that we consume for energy and metabolism. You have the answer to that? How many people say that digestion begins in the stomach? Raise your hand. That's not correct. Digestion begins in the mouth through chewing, saliva, assist that process of digestion in the mouth because there's enzymes in your saliva. That's the mechanical digestion. The chemical digestion is when the food goes down your esophagus into your stomach and it is met with enzymes and hydrochloric acid and pepsin to break down the food even further. True. Next question. What is the largest organ in the human body? How many people say the brain? How many of you say the heart? Guess what? You would be incorrect by saying the brain or the heart. The largest body organ internally is the liver. Okay? Next question. What is the largest body organ? Period. The largest body organ. I'm not trying to confuse you with the first question prior to this. I said, what's the largest organ in the body was the first question. This next question is, what is the largest body organ? It's the skin. The skin covers all of the outside surface of the body from the top of the head to the soles of your feet. Every square inch of your outside body is covered with skin. It is an organ. It's alive. Okay. Next question. Is the hair on our heads alive? This stuff right here. Is it alive? Absolutely not. The hair on your head that you see, feel, and that you groom, and that you comb, and that you wash, it's dead. It is not alive. Your hair is only alive at the roots because that's the place of origin that it grows. Once it leaves outside of your scalp, it is dead. True story. Next question. What is the purpose of the abdominal muscles, stomach muscles, your core? The purpose of your abdominal muscles are to help you to pull, push, and lift weight. That's stress on the human body. Anytime you pick something up, you're using, or you should be using or engaging your abdominal muscles, especially above your head. Anytime you're pulling something to you or pushing something away, such as helping someone push a car or a piece of furniture in the house, you're using or engaging your abdominal muscles. That's one purpose of the abdominal muscles. Another purpose, or the main purpose of the abdominal muscles as well, is to support your upper body or your trunk, to hold you up, to help you to sit straight and to stand straight, in conjunction with, or with the assistance of your lower back. Your lower back muscles and your abdominal muscles are your natural girdle that holds your trunk, holds you up like this so that you're not slouching. That's the purpose of your abdominal muscles. Now, the last question that I'm going to ask you is this. What is the purpose of the hair in your nose? That hair is also commonly called cilia. It is a filter. The purpose of the hair in every human being's nose is to help filter out any foreign objects, any foreign dust particles or dirt or debris in the air, to avoid it from coming into our lungs and causing infection, inflammation, and possibly damage to the lungs and even death. So the hair in our nose plays a very significant role in protecting us from outside foreign objects entering into our lungs. I hope you learned something from this lesson. Let me know if you knew all of these answers already. Let me know if you knew some of them or part of them. Let me know if you knew none of them. And if you didn't know all of them, or you only knew part of them, didn't know any at all, what shall you do then? Study your body. This is Brother Teacher. We'll see you next time. Take care.